I was a Red Wing for 36 years, manager of the Red Wings for 22. The Ilitch family had been, Mr. and Miss Ilitch, Chris had been incredible to me and my family. They made us, we were part of their family. You know, my kids, they could go up to I'd call over and they could go to the Tiger Stadium, sit up in the owner, you know, get tickets to the ball game, and they'd come up with me, we'd sit up, Mr. and Miss Ilitch would be there, and we were family. And then, you know, I think about the Red Wing fans and you know, we made a home in Detroit from 1994. We moved there till 2019 when we left, 25 years. And their passion of the Red Wing fans and everything, going up to Traverse City to training camp and seeing all the Red Wing fans in northern Michigan, and how important the Detroit Red Wings are to Detroit and to Michigan. And at the end there, I knew it was time for the Red Wings to go into rebuild mode. You know, we'd made the playoffs 25 years in a row, and you know, eventually the game catches up to your organization, and you got to go to a reboot, rebuild, whatever you want to call it. And you know, I'm really good friends with Steve Yzerman. I just knew that a rebuild wasn't going to take 1 year, 2 years, and I wanted and when you've been somewhere for a long time, sometimes you've been there too long. And I just felt that when I saw Steve step down in Tampa Bay, it was time. It was time to bring Steve home. I know how important the Detroit Red Wings are to Steve Yzerman. You know, the Ilitches offered me, you know, so kind of behind the scenes, some things went on. The Ilitches offered me an incredible opportunity to stay, to be a senior vice president, and work with Steve, and that was my plan. And then this opportunity came along. Bob Nicholson and Daryl Cates offered me an opportunity to come here to Edmonton, and I just felt it was time to. I still had energy, I still had passion, I still had the desire probably to be in charge. So it came along at the right time, and it's you know, I was a Red Wing for 36 years. That's, you know, that's over half my life. So I'm never gonna. That's always gonna be there. But it was just time to move on, and I watched the Red Wings from afar. Steve Yzerman's doing an incredible job, just like he did in Tampa Bay, in building a foundation and infrastructure, you know, through the draft. I think he's doing the same thing in Detroit, and it's just a matter of time till he builds them into a real legit, you know, top 10 team. So it was, you know, a trip. It was time. It was, the fans had given me and my family so much. The Ilitches had given me and my family so much. I didn't want to stay. Some people might have thought I stayed too long as it was, but I just think that I kind of oversaw, you know, after 25 years in a row, made some decisions to try to make the playoffs 26 years in a row, and we missed. And we were trying to we're going to go back in, and by Christmas time of the second year of missing, I knew that was time for a rebuild. And they started to trade away, obviously, you know, Gustav Nyquist for a couple of picks to San Jose, and Thomas Tatar for 3 picks to Vegas, and traded some Brendan Smith away, and it was time to start accumulating picks, chart the direction of that franchise into a rebuild. And when I saw that Steve was, you know, stepping down, felt that it was just the perfect time for me to step aside and for Steve to come in if he wanted to come home. So I'm thrilled at the way it worked out, personally, professionally. And I know it's going to work out great for the Red Wings, because they're in great hands with Steve.